Hello everyone, Jessica here from Finding Aloha. It is that time when we do our budget update. So we're doing our budget update for the month of March. We do hide income for various reasons, but we'll get right into what our expenses were. So rent, we did spend a little more this month in rent. We moved harbors, so there were things like deposits for gate keys, and we got on the wait list at a couple different harbors, and parking passes, things like that. So we did spend a little extra in our rent, and it was also a 5-week month, so I think that it just cost a little bit more. So that is what we paid for our slip fees. The boat payment, I've talked about this before. I'll explain that a little bit later. We had our cell phone, which is $160. It always is. Netflix, internet, and storage are always the same. We are hoping to get rid of some stuff in our storage unit and get a smaller unit, so hopefully that'll be cheaper here in the next couple months. For groceries, we did go over by $26 in groceries, but we went under in our alcohol category. I am extremely proud of us. I know we may get a lot of judgment because we spend so much a month on alcohol, but we are working on that. We are trying to drink less. And one of the reasons that we went over in our grocery category is because we bought a lot of sparkling water. So we've been buying sparkling water in replacement of beers so that we can have a can and something with bubbles, and it just helps when we get a craving for a beer. So proud of us. We went under for alcohol. Household, we did go over. This month we needed a lot of bulk items like toilet paper, bought a big container of dish soap. We needed trash bags. We get all that stuff at Costco. We needed our propane tank filled and a mat that we bought for the sink. We went to the laundromat a couple times. Deodorant, bleach, propane again for the barbecue. More deodorant. I stocked up because there was an Ibotta deal, and a hairbrush and more laundry. So we went over in the household category, but the amount that I went over, I took out of another category, and I'll explain that in a minute. Pets, we got dog food, cat litter, and cat food. We were a little bit under. Medical, we did go a little bit over. I filled some prescriptions, and we bought a box of emergency to have on hand. For whenever we start to feel sick, we like to take emergency for a couple days, so we got that. And then Pat went a little bit over in his pocket money. We really need to get in the habit of pulling out cash for him to have. It's a lot easier for him to keep track of it when he's using cash as opposed to just swiping the card. And a lot of this is, like, all of these $3.61 are iced coffees that he gets in the middle of the day. So we've purchased a portable cup, like tumbler, that we're going to make iced coffee for him in the morning, so that hopefully that expense will go down. My pocket money was $12.40. I think I got an iced coffee a couple times, and I think I walked to Subway. I can't honestly remember. And then fun money, we did go over quite a bit, and again, we took that out. The amount that we went over, we took out of another category. I'll explain. I did sell a leash on Etsy. I am making leashes and trying to build a pet supplies Etsy shop, so I did have an expense for the leashes. Fun money, we went over a lot. We knew we were going to. I had to renew my Microsoft Office. We bought a MacBook Pro a little over a year ago, and it was only a year subscription to Excel and the Microsoft Office, so I renewed that for permanent, I believe, at $157. And this is where things got fun this month. So Pat got a large bonus, an end of the year bonus, because of all the hard work he's been doing in this area. And he also got his tax returns. So we were able to put $5,000 towards, whatever it was that we wanted. And we had a list written out of things that we wanted to purchase. So we spent $537.56, and that stuff is over here. We bought it's not an induction burner, I guess. It's like an induction plate. So we are plugged into shore power, so there's no point in us really burning a lot of propane when we can use electrical for free. So we got an induction burner so that we can start cooking stuff on that as opposed to using the propane stove. We replaced a fan blade, a little blade for one of the fans we have. We bought a Wi-Fi optimizer and antenna. Unfortunately, the dock that we are at now is not wired for internet, so we are trying to tap into a hotspot that is close to us for the cable company that we have internet through. And then this hotspot was something else that we purchased before we decided to go with the optimizer and antenna, and it's kind of a long story, but this is going to be refunded to us, so that will come back in a later month. And then, let's see, so that was $537.56. So I took the $5,000 that we set aside, that we budgeted for, and I subtracted the $537.56, and then I also subtracted the overages that we had. So the fund money that we had, I took that out of the $5,000. I took out the overage in fund money. This was actually the mast ladder. That's right. We bought a mast mate so that Pat can climb up the mast, and I will be able to hoist him because he'll be able to actually use the ladder while I'm hoisting him. So it's kind of hard to explain, but basically I took all of those overages out of the $5,000 along with this amount, and this is now the amount that is carrying over for next month. So we now have this much money to spend on whatever we need for next month, or whatever we decide to spend it on. We sent $120 to Pat's son. He is trying to start an app for studying. He's an aerospace engineer student, and he's trying to kind of make an app as a side job. So we sent him some money. He also needs his wisdom teeth removed, so we sent some money for that. This is my school loan. So this is a loan that I have through my dad. It is 0 interest, so that we're just doing a minimum payment on that right now. We were able to make an extra payment to our boat. So a $5,000 payment to our boat loan, which helped us out a lot. I've explained before that this is kind of the spreadsheet for our boat loan. We took a $75,000 loan out through Navy Federal, and my dad is going to eventually be purchasing that loan. So he'll pay it off, and then we'll have the loan through him at a much lower interest rate. It's just going to be a couple months before he can do that. So right now we pay $702 a month. That automatically gets taken out of a separate account, and we were able to make a $5,000 extra payment this month, so that was good. And then sinking funds. We have a sinking fund for entertainment where I just put the interest that we get for our savings accounts. We put $70 aside into an account to bring Pat's son out again to come visit us. I had to pay back $1,000 to our insurance fund, which I borrowed from us last month. I borrowed from that savings account last month. So I paid the $250 that we normally put into that sinking fund, and I also paid back the $1,000 that we borrowed. And $50 went into a gifts account. So this is for like birthdays and Christmas. We have this much total in our sinking funds, and we have a $3,000 in our emergency fund with some interest. And this is what we are carrying over for next month. So a lot of this is going to be this amount here that we are carrying over for boat repairs or things that we need for the boat, which came in handy because our fridge actually, the compressor for our fridge broke, stopped working, so we need to buy a new compressor, which is basically another $1,000. So came in handy, but you'll see that on next month's budget. So I hope this all makes sense. I didn't really talk about what we spent our fun money on. We went to a beer fest on April 1st, so we bought tickets for that. It was a lot of fun. It was just something we wanted to spoil ourselves with. We ate out quite a bit with the move, moving to the new harbor. It was just stressful, so we ate out quite a bit. And then, yeah, I think that's about it. Just basically eating out. So I'm proud of us that we went under in the alcohol category, even though we went over in grocery and over a lot in the fun money. But we had kind of planned on going over and spoiling ourselves a little because we knew we had some bonus money to spend. So I hope this all makes sense. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. And I hope you enjoy these videos. Thanks for watching.